Hey, Scott, Machine Gun Dad, welcome back to my channel. Recently I posted an M16a4 video. Well, actually it's on Rumble, the intro's on YouTube. And during that we learned that neither one of these guys have shown a semi before. So my first semi was a Colt SP1, which is up on the wall, and I'm not taking it down. It's chained to the wall in the display. So I have this gun. This gun is, we need to take it up close to understand the difference, and then we'll be back. We moved in close on this M16a1. As you can see right here, first of all, it's only a semi. Second, it's a Nodak Spud lower. Here's their model number and the serial number. And what I really liked about the Nodak Spud products is this is an early Colt upper, and you notice that the grays almost match perfectly. He took the time to make his early receivers the correct gray color of the early Colt receivers. Give us a second, we'll flip it over and show you a couple other things. I flipped the weapon over. As you can see, there's no real writing on this side. You can see this is what they call a partial fence. Let me lift this up out of the way. There's a fence up here, but there's no fence around here. So this is consistent with an early M16A1 or an XM16A1. But when I built this gun, you couldn't, Brownells and all that stuff wasn't doing all this, so I had to source all this out. I had several Colt surplus lowers, and you can see a C up here for Colt. And since I wanted to do this like an early prototype, I put the early, Nodak Spud was offering the super early charging handle, which was probably more correct for the 601s and the 602s than this era gun, but I just liked it, so I stuck it in here. In all practicality, after shooting it, the current charging handle is way easier to use than this charging handle. But now you've seen original chrome carrier, partial fence, and the C. Let's move back out. As you saw up close, this gun is actually a Nodak Spud lower. And the reason it's Nodak Spud, because I used to deal with them when they were an independent company. Now they're bought by Palmetto, so yeah. They don't. Nodak Spud no longer exists. It's a real Colt USGI upper. So it's basically an early M16A1 configuration, but it's in semi-automatic. It has the M16 early style buttstock, triangle handguards. Let's see how they do with it.
Aim for the left one.
Did it?
The target came down again.
Oh. I was gonna say,
Aim for the left circle.
Alright.
A little to the right. Still hit
Up a
the little
little bit.
right.
You're at 3 o'clock, aim left.
Left and low.
You just saw us shooting it. All right, this is your first AR-15 experience. What did you think?
Oh boy, it is just as easy to shoot as everybody says. This thing, you point, if you know where to hold, point, shoot, the thing will hit. It is amazing. It's really smooth. It's, for me personally, it's lighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
But as Scott has pointed out to me, I was holding it a bit off. I was getting a bit too close to the magazine well, which caused the front end to be a bit of wibbly wobbly. And after the video, he showed me to grip it a bit out towards the muzzle, and that just added to the stability of it. So that's my bad. But the thing, even with me holding it a bit weird, it fired, it hit, it was amazing. The trigger is crisp, the magazines worked. The charging handle is one of the older charging handles, so it's a bit awkward to use when compared to the ones that, like the M16a4 that we used before. It's a little more awkward, but it's serviceable. The gun runs, the sights are great. It's awesome. So
Yeah, it hit great. No problems whatsoever. It was, you know, for me being shorter, not having the long freaking monkey arms like somebody else I know, holding it was, you know, you had to get used to it. But once you figured out where to hold it, where you were comfortable with, you can't miss. It was just fun, period.
You're obviously smaller and lighter than both Nick and I. Did the recoil?
No, actually, it did not have much of a recoil at all. I was really comfortable with it.
One of the reasons I wanted Shannon to shoot just an AR-15, besides her having just an overall experience with it, is to show people who watch the channel, all 32 of you, that if you have a female friend who wants to get into shooting and they're intimidated by the size of the AR-15 or the noise generated by an AR-15, there is no recoil. If you especially if you put them on a full-length gun, even in the SP1 configuration with a light barrel, like Nick said, that's probably only a 6 or 7 pound gun. No recoil.
No.
It is a all-around the best weapon for people of just about every body size. You can be small and shoot it. You can be large and shoot it. It's controllable. It's light. It's fun, and it hits what you're aiming at. Thanks for coming to the channel. I hope you enjoyed Nick's and Shannon's first experience on an AR-15, even though they were kind of spoiled by an M16 with a bipod.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.